3, 4. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Huh? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just flip it into auto. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really?
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3. Am I speaking? Give me the check. I'll speak. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. You got it better?
Yeah, put this here, and then they can just bring it out.
Okay. So the chief will present the check on. We also have our honorary chairs here, which would want to be in the back. So the Diamonds, Jeremy and his wife, and Chief Blair. And maybe Levine. And we should probably have the chair back here since he's here.
Oh, I'm actually going to do 5. Yeah. Let me start the 5 minutes.
Yes. The chief is going to say a few words, and so is Bonnie.
Yep.
Do you think that should be done first, or the check first?
Say a few words.
The check first, and then you thank.
Okay.
Yeah.
And should
At
you
least
talk
because
first?
that way the news can capture what they need, and then if they want to capture the rest, then they can do that. Okay.
So sorry, the chief speaks first, hands the check, and then Bonnie speaks?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, is everyone okay for 5 minutes for you guys? Yeah, okay. This conference is going to begin in exactly 5 minutes. The conference will begin in exactly 3 minutes. And for spelling of names, if you guys need, it's going to be Chief Mark Saunders, and Saunders, Saunders, and Executive Director of Victim Services Toronto, Bonnie Levine. That's Bonnielevine.
Take a lot of these lights.
2 minutes.
They're hiding.
'The conference will begin in exactly 1 minute. You miss us, Wendy?
Not my house.
You can come and do it.
It's okay.
30 seconds. Ten. Good morning, and thank you very much for coming to Toronto Police Headquarters. Today, I'd like to introduce to you Chief Mark Saunders, who will be presenting a check to the Victim Services Toronto. Chief?
Thank you. Chair Pringle, MP Blair, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today on what I believe is a very, very special and happy occasion. Not many people know that Victim Services Toronto, it's the only agency in the city that provides immediate crisis, trauma, and support for victims of crimes and those who go through any particular tragedy amongst their lives. And I've got to say, it is a tremendously important factor. It balances our police work in such a tremendous way. And we have a Chiefs Gala every year, and I believe it started about 8 years ago under the leadership of then Chief Blair, who's now MP Blair. And we've continued that, and we will always continue that, because this is the primary fundraiser for victim services. There is no core funding for victim services, yet it is one of the most vital tools that is necessary for building our communities, for the healing process, for victims of crimes. And without it, we as a city would not be the great city that we are. And so I was honored this year to be hosting it. And I've got to tell you, it was a magical year this year. We had the largest turnout ever, and we also had the largest, I guess, generosity ever. And I hope this is the start of something that will always continue to move in the right direction. But it didn't just come out of nowhere. There's so many people involved. The honorary chairs that were here, some that are here today, I want to say thank you for your continued support in making this happen, because without you, this simply would not exist. And also to Victim Services, the part-time, full-time, all of the staff. Nobody understands the tremendous work that they do and the value that they have in policing and keeping our city safe, and the healing process that is so necessary that we've overlooked many, many years in the past, but we've got it now, and it's something that we'll never, ever let go again. So I want to thank you for the hard work that you do. This gala is dedicated really to you, and it always will be. It will not change because we understand its importance. But more importantly, it's a reminder of Toronto, the people that were supporting it, that sponsored it, that were there from start to finish, that understood its importance, and were charitable enough to continue to let us recognize what a great city we live in. I'm going to speak on Diamond and Diamond, who are here today. And I've got to tell you, they were fantastic with us this year. It was part of the reason why the gala was such a tremendous success. There are many other sponsors as well that were here too. And I've got to say, we will continue to work with you in doing what we have to do to keep this city safe. And I'm so glad that we have this opportunity now to present to Bonnie Levine. And Bonnie, this is not for you personally, just so that you know. I just thought I cleared the air right away. And Bonnie, this year is an amazing year. On behalf of the gala, this year we raised $260, $266,112.44.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to
Can
put
I
this
say
right
a
here.
few words?
Here you go.
The good days at Victim Services Toronto are very few and far between. And it's one of these rare days. Every day is trauma, every day is tragedy. But today is a day to be celebrated and to really, really take stock. We're so busy supporting others. It's very overwhelming when we have such incredible generosity, such incredible supporters, people who care about us and support us. So I really want to thank the chief. I want to thank all our sponsors, our donors, and of course our honorary chairs and the founder of the event that really we rely on so heavily, William Blair, MP Bill Blair as well. And like Mark said, Chief Saunders said, Victim Services Toronto is the only agency in the City of Toronto that provides immediate on-scene assistance to victims of crime and sudden tragic events. We're the only agency in the city that does this work, and we're the only agency in the city that can do this work. This year, it's going to cost Victim Services Toronto $90 to assist one individual who's been traumatized by crime or sudden tragic event. And that's not $90 an hour, that's $90 per person. That includes having crisis counselors attend the scene of victims, providing practical and emotional support. It includes all the follow-up services, referrals and linkages to long-term counseling and community programs. It includes helping victims of crime access financial resources that they may need as a result of the crime. It also includes developing comprehensive safety plans, intensive case management supports, and it includes all the administrative costs associated with delivering services. So our government funding accounts for $56 per person. That means we need to raise an additional $34 per person, or $680,000 this year, to meet the needs of the 20,000 victims that we help every single year. $260,000 for one night is a huge accomplishment, and we are thrilled because it brings us more than 40% closer to this year's goal. I would like to thank Chief Mark Saunders, who continues to demonstrate his staunch support for victim services and for victims, as he has done throughout his career. I also want to mention Gala co-chairs Brian Monez, Paula Silver, the entire planning committee, all the sponsors, the donors, and of course, I want to name the honorary chairs, Jeremy Diamond, Sandra Ziskind, Paul Godfrey, Zlatko Starkovsky, Nick Migliori, and Bill Blair. Thank you so much. Can we take a picture, everybody? Yeah.
Do you want to see if there are any questions that anyone may have? Okay, I take silence as a staunch no. Thank you.